So I love making quilts. However, one of the things that kind of frustrates me is the very end, and it's the binding. I don't know if you're like me and you have troubles. That last part where you're fitting the little pieces together, um, I've struggled with that for many, many years. And just recently, I saw a YouTube video where someone was showing how to do it a little bit easier. And I thought, I would try it, and oh my goodness, it has revolutionized my life. And so I wanted to show you what I learned, because if it helped me, I'm sure it's going to help some other people too. So come along with me as I finish up my little wall hanging that I'm doing. I'm going to show you this little secret that just changed my quilting experience. So to begin with, we're going to cut our binding the normal way. We're going to cut it 2.5 inches, and we're going to measure our quilt and make sure we have that plus 12 inches for our corners and for the ending. Then we're going to take our binding and we're going to fold it in half and iron it all the way down. And then this is the thing that's different. Right here on the corner, we're going to iron. We're going to take this and we're going to iron into a diagonal and then fold it over and iron this shut. We're going to go to our sewing machine and pin on just the beginning, right in the middle of the bottom of our quilt. I'm going to sew on the back and then bring it to the front. So here's this triangle. I'm going to line it up so that my raw edges are all together. I'm going to pin this on. I'm just going to pin it down a little ways. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to start sewing right in front of the point. I'm going to do it so I have 1/4 inch. I'm going to sew about 1 inch down, back stitch, and then I'm going to cut it. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut it. And then I'm going to come down about, so if you're looking at it, you can see I need enough room that I can slide in the piece. So right here where I stopped sewing is where I'm going to start sewing. Okay? I'm going to start sewing with it closed right about here. And then I'm just going to continue on around the whole entire thing. Okay, so we're back to the end now. So now we're going to take what we have left. We're going to open this up a little and we're going to measure and see how, when we open this up, how far it can go. And so it can go to about right here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to trim it right to here, past that angle. Then I'm just going to tuck it in and lay this flat. And then I'm going to just continue sewing and back stitch and I'll be done. It was that easy. There you have it, and then you're just going to finish it the way you normally do. And we didn't have to worry about trying to crisscross it over top of each other or any of that stuff like we've had to in the past. And it is just so much easier. So I've had this quilt top for probably 2 years now, and it was the fear of finishing it that kept me from finishing it. But this binding method really has taken the fear out of binding for me, and I am so excited that I could share it with you, and I hope it will help you take the fear out of binding. I have so many different quilt tops now that I'm just going to pull out and I'm going to finish. And I hope that you will finish your quilt tops too. Thanks for joining me this week on Creating Joy, and I'll see you here next week.